Hello, welcome back to Truthseekerstea. My name is Kate and I'm thankful to have you here for today's pick a card reading. We're going to be looking at what your person would say to you if they were being completely honest with you. And this could be a romantic situation, but it might also be platonic. A lot of times I might talk in a way that's more geared towards romantic situations, but if that doesn't resonate, I would just not listen to those parts. There will be an energy check-in for each pile where we're just going to be seeing what's going on in this connection. I'm going to ask the question, how would you describe the person that you're coming to the reading for? How would you describe the relationship? But sometimes it comes through more objectively of like, I'll pick up on both your energies. But the main purpose is just to make sure that you feel confident that it is your reading before you listen to the whole thing. There will be extended readings for each pile. I'm going to be figuring out the topic as we go along, and it's just going to be whatever makes the most sense to go deeper into. So if you really do feel like it resonates and you want to go deeper into it, I'll have that link down below. There are 3 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the Prisma Visions Tarot with this clear quartz raw crystal. For pile number 2, we have the Wandering Moon Tarot in this blue apatite palm stone. And for pile number 3, I always forget the name of this deck. It's called the Fantome Tarot, and we have this Amazonite raw crystal. So take whatever time you need, pause the video if you want to figure out which pile you're feeling the most drawn to. You may be drawn to more than one pile, and that's totally fine, but the energy check-ins really are there just to prevent any confusion and to help you guys feel sure that you pick the right pile. So I will have the timestamps linked in the description box. I'll have the names of these decks in case you guys are curious. I will also have the extended readings and any other information about me. So I'm excited to get into this, and I'll see you at your pile. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Prisma Visions Tarot and this clear quartz raw crystal, this is going to be your reading where we're looking at what your person would say to you if they were being completely honest with you. So before we get into that, we are going to do an energy check-in just to see how you would describe this person, this relationship, and hopefully it will help you figure out whether or not you pick the right pile and whether or not it's a reading you want to listen to. So for pile number 1, please tune me into the connection that they have on their mind. What would they say about this connection, their subjective perception of this person, the connection with them? What would they tell me about it? If they were talking to a friend, what would they say? We have the Knight of Swords. We have the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Fool, Aquarius energy. The King of Wands in reverse. Can we clarify the Knight of Swords? With the Knight of Pentacles. Can we clarify the 3 of Pentacles? We have the 4 of Swords in reverse. Can we clarify the Fool? We have Temperance. Can we clarify the King of Wands? Ace of Swords. And then the 10 of Swords at the back of the deck. So we have Sagittarius energy here as well. Okay, what it feels like, there's almost this message coming through around each of you maybe having a different pace for the connection. Like it seems like one person maybe moves more slowly and needs and isn't as confident about how they feel or like what they think about things. Because the Knight of Swords is this very confident and quick moving energy that's sword based. So it's like mental and it's also action based. It's a person or an energy that moves very quickly and knows exactly what they think, what they feel, what they want to communicate, and what they want to say. And the fact that we have the Knight of Pentacles here underneath, it's like these two very different energies. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight. And so it makes me feel, and I'm not sure whose energy is who yet, but there's one person that moves more quickly and one person that moves more slowly. And I feel like that might be causing some level of being on a different page with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Like it makes it hard for each of you to, it's almost like especially like in astrology, for example, it's giving me an energy of like, for example, Aries versus Libra, where it's like they're very opposite energies. And so it's not to say that one person is like causing the problem. It's more like the combination of the two energies is creating some sort of like squaring energy where it doesn't like flow easily together. And it feels like with the Fool and Temperance, that's where it's really clarifying it is Temperance is all about moderation, patience. It's really about processing things and acting in a way that's very measured and balanced. And then we have the Fool. So it's like the Fool is very just jumping in before really thinking about it, is more willing to take risks and sort of act now and then deal with the consequences later. Yeah. And so it makes me just feel like, so if this is your reading, I feel that you would recognize that maybe each of you have been like on a different page. And it just feels like one of those things where it's like we just don't get each other, but it's because we're different. It's like there's just a different mode of operation that makes it hard to understand the other person. And so I feel like there maybe have been like misunderstandings in this. Like what's really coming through, I don't know why this is coming through so much, but if you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have, if you've ever like looked on like astrology compatibility, like they'll tell you like the challenging aspects. It's like this relationship would require work, but it's like not impossible. It feels like that. It's like a situation where it would require a lot of work to be on the same page. I just want to clarify the King of Wands in reverse. Can we clarify the King of Wands in reverse? The Three of Wands. So yeah, I feel like there's this energy of one person here not being very proactive. This could be your person where it's like this, it's almost like someone here is really waiting for complete clarity. It's like this energy of waiting and wanting to make sure that the action they take, or like if they put a plan into place, it's almost this energy of wanting to make sure that it would be successful. And I feel like that's why the Ace of Swords is here. It's like there's someone who's waiting or processing things with the Four of Swords here too. Where it's like, it's almost like someone's waiting to get some kind of clarity about how they want to move forward. So maybe you feel like you're waiting on this person and like you just wish this person would take action, or you may even feel, I just feel like there's one person that maybe wishes there could be more movement or more communication. Like someone who just wants to, you know what, this is a good way of explaining it. You know how there are some people that like to have instructions before they start something, like, and then there's some people who are like gonna not even listen at all when there's instructions because they know that they're just gonna have to start doing the task and learn as they go. There's one person like that in the connection, and there's another person who doesn't want to start the task until they understand the full process. And I feel like that's the way that each person is approaching the relationship. Yeah, and with the King of Cups here, it's like there could be like underlying energy in the connection. Like what, like I feel like you guys probably sense that I just feel that there's someone that's a little bit frustrated with maybe the lack of clarity or the lack of direction. But there's another person who's like, well, because of that, I don't want to take any action. I want to be very patient with it and like come from a place of mental clarity and calm as well. And it also could be someone who is like not really willing to work together, where it's like there could be someone who's kind of holding back communication, or it's like they want to work it out themselves on their own. Like there's someone who wants to do it on their own. There's another person who wants to communicate. Why do we have the 10 of Swords here though? We have the 6 of Swords. So let me just get a sip of water. I feel like the person who maybe, I'm getting 2 messages. So it's like, there could be something going on in the person's life. And I feel like for a lot of you, that's your person that maybe is moving slower. Cause yeah, I'm picking up on the 2 sides. And so if you guys feel like you're the ones who are feeling impatient almost in the connection, there's almost this feeling of like wanting to move on to a better place or like wanting things to end. It's almost like, is this going to be just like a drawn out painful ending, or are we going to be able to move on to a better place? Either way, there's this desire to move on from something that's not working, something that's squaring, something that's just like needing resolution. I just feel like you guys probably want resolution on this because you want to move forward with your life is how I feel. But I also feel maybe that there's someone who's healing and someone who's like trying to end a cycle even. Like, yeah, because I'm seeing it from both perspectives. This keeps happening to me, and I hope this isn't making my readings more confusing, because from the perspective of the person who maybe is taking their time with it, it almost feels like they are trying to get their ducks in a row. And it's like they're trying to move on from some difficulty in their life. Like they're trying to heal and integrate things to get clarity so they can move forward. And I feel like there's an intention here from that person of wanting to bring resolution to the situation, but also needing to take their time with like what they're healing with or what they're working on. But both people, it feels like, wants there to be progress, like wants the difficulty to end. But there's just 2 different people here, 2 different approaches, and I'm not getting like bad intentions from either side either. I'm just getting that it's like almost a situation that requires a lot of patience on one person's end, and then another person that is needing to maybe tie up loose ends and really figure themselves out with the 4 of Swords in reverse. Like they need to spend time getting mental clarity about maybe certain other events in their life. It feels like more external before they can feel confident being this King of Wands, before they can feel like it makes sense to have a new beginning. Because overall, it feels like there's this energy of, could we have like a new beginning as well? But it's almost like needing to let go of baggage, needing to let go of anything that's holding things back from being like a clean slate here. And so I feel like one person maybe has some external stuff. But it also could even be that there's a little bit of water under the bridge in this connection due to, I want to say, a level of misunderstanding and being on a different page. So hopefully that gives you some idea of whether or not this is a reading that's going to resonate with you. So now I'm going to see what your person would want to say to you. I'm really feeling that probably the people at this reading are more likely going to be the people that feel maybe somewhat impatient or feel like they're waiting on the other person, because I feel like the other person may be trying to focus on other things, not because they don't care, but because they like are trying to heal or like tie things up, bring more balance to their life, so they can have a new beginning as well. And I feel like each person actually wants a new beginning in this connection. All right, so what would pile number 1's person want to say? By the way, there will be an extended reading. I'll figure out the topic as we go along. It'll just be whatever gaps I feel like need to be filled, or whatever it makes sense to go into deeper is what it's going to be on. So stay tuned for that if you feel like this is really resonating and you want to go deeper. Okay, so what would pile number one's person say to them if they're being completely honest? Yeah, we have the Fool in reverse. It's like they're not ready for a new beginning right now. Or they don't just want to also they don't want to haphazardly jump into things or do something rash and then cause more damage or make things worse in some way. What else would they want to say? We have the Ace of Pentacles. What would pile number one's person say to them if they're completely honest? Hangman, so Pisces energy. Yeah, I do feel that they would say that they feel like they're on standby right now, or like they're kind of in a holding position. Like they can't move forward. Definitely. It's like they would say that they feel like they are being called to come to a halt to move forward. It's almost like they're saying that it's like the external conditions of their life, or also even their internal sort of spiritual, not to say this person is necessarily super spiritual, but it's like their intuition, not even intuition. Like what I'm trying to say is that, you know, in life when it's almost like there's a path for you to follow that's in your highest good. This person's feeling the call to come to a halt before they move forward, to get a new perspective is how it feels, before they can move forward. And it's also a card of like meditation and withdrawal. Like there's this energy of this person needing to withdraw. Kind of an interesting depiction of the Hangman here though. And this makes me feel like they'd want to say that they may even feel like there's certain factors in their life, like certain demons, or not necessarily maybe demons, like internal, but I feel like externally there could be challenges or noise around them that they feel like is maybe holding them back as well. What else would pile number one's person want to say to them? We have the Seven of Pentacles, yeah. And that's about patience as well. Yeah, so what they want to say is that they feel like they need to go about things the right way, is what it feels like. They don't want to risk a beginning that isn't solid between the two of you. I feel like they would say that they do want an opportunity to plant something that has potential and solidity and a strong foundation. Like they would want to say they see the vision or the potential. They see the potential in the connection. And I'm just seeing this door looking really like pretty and golden, but it's almost like they feel like the door isn't fully open yet, or they can't walk through the door. And they're saying that because it's like, they just feel that if they go too soon, or if they try to take action towards you too soon, or create some sort of beginning with you guys, it's like they feel like they'd be pulling out the crop before it's grown with the Seven of Pentacles. All right, can we clarify the Fool, please? Why is the Fool in reverse here? What would they want to say about that? Yeah, Page of Wands in reverse. Like the path isn't open yet, or it's like they're not in this energy of being prepared to go down a new path. Can we clarify the Ace of Pentacles? They're not in a position to do that. Okay, yeah, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse and then Temperance in reverse, the Sagittarius energy. Again, it's like they would say that they're afraid that if they aren't patient and like aren't in a balanced state, that they could cause an ending. Like they're afraid, honestly, of there being a permanent ending between the two of you. And they feel that if it's rushed, or if it isn't coming from a balanced place, they're like afraid of it causing a permanent ending is what I'm feeling. Yeah, it's like Knight of Wands. Like they feel blocked from, it's like there's a part of them that wants to just rush towards you and yeah, wants to do that, but it's almost like this part of them that's like, no, it's not the right thing to do. Like they just know it's not.
And it also, with the Ten of Swords, it could be that they're still healing from an ending in their life as well. And there's themes of that coming through. Like before they feel like they're ready to go down a new path and ready to start a brand new opportunity, they feel like they have to integrate experiences and come to a more balanced place within themselves. Okay, so can we clarify the Hangman here, please? For what pile number one's person will want to say to them, or what they would say to them if they're being honest. Yeah, we have death here. It's like there's a transformation that this person is going through. This death card is really talking about like this person is going through. Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune here too. It's like there are changes out of this person's control. And I wish we could be more specific, but it's probably different for everyone. But what I'm really getting is this person's going through a very significant time period of transformation and seeing themselves from a new perspective. It's like they're seeing their past, they're seeing their baggage as well, or like anything that they've been carrying, any sort of like ego mechanisms as well that come from their past or things that they haven't really fully processed. It's like they're going through this transformation, and it's like death leading to rebirth, but they have to go through this process of death completely in order to be able to move forward. It's like this person is saying that they really feel like they can't move forward until they transform. And I feel like some of this is coming from their higher self. I feel like from their perspective, they almost just feel a little bit out of control, or it's like the process of death can be very uncomfortable because it's actually pushing you outside of your comfort zone, and it's pushing you into a new version of yourself, and you're leaving behind what actually was comfortable for you. And so it's like anytime this person tries to move forward, maybe even in this connection, or if they did try to move forward, it's like it's not going to work because they need to complete this. They can't move forward in the same chapter that they've been in. And I mean, like in their ego, like it's like the way that they see themselves, like their identity, it's like a lot is shifting for them. But it's leading to a rebirth, and they're also in the process of leaving behind a lot. Like it's this really, they would say that they're going through a lot. Like they're going through a very deep transformation of letting certain things end in their life that have been there for too long. It's like there's change that's been resisted. I would say that they would say that they've been resisting certain change, but now they feel like they have no choice but to face it and kind of go through the process the long way. Like there's no shortcut here. It's what they'd want to tell you. It's like if they could take a shortcut, they would, but it's like they feel like it's out of their control to be able to come toward you in a way that would be successful, in a way like to start something that would be successful. They feel that they need more time to do that, and that they're being forced to honestly go through this process the long way. Can we clarify the Seven of Pentacles? Again, the Wheel of Fortune is saying like that they feel like this person wouldn't say it this way, but they feel like it's not time yet, but that there is a time. So they would say that it's like they would say that they haven't forgotten about you, or that it's not that they don't want a connection with you. They just feel that this is like pressing, like there's no room. They're not able to go on that yet. They have to go through this first, like this Death and Ten of Swords energy. And integration. Also Temperance. When it's in reverse, it can also talk about, and I totally get this energy. It's like when you're in between timelines, and this is like relates to death as well, so I'm not surprised to see it, but it's almost like when you have one foot in a new version of yourself in like a new timeline and one foot in the old self. And so like, for example, like when you go through change, like let's say you become like in this Hangman energy, you start to see certain truths about yourself from a different perspective, where it's like before you were just acting and you're moving forward and you're pushing, but sometimes the universe is like, no, you need to slow down, and we actually are missing something, or we need to learn something here. We need to come to a higher level of awareness, one that we've been missing. And it's like through doing that, you start automatically transforming. But it's a process. And so it can be this funky feeling of like kind of knowing where you're going, but you're not solidified in that yet. You're not in that new reality yet, because it's like sometimes you're acting in a way that's in alignment with like a newer version of yourself or a higher timeline, but then sometimes you are still it's a process. So like what I'm trying to say is like, let's say you have this seed of like new consciousness within you that represents the new timeline that's actually growing within you. And what that would be is like you start showing up in new ways in your life. And then sometimes though new events come up and then you have to, from that new level of consciousness, process it there. So it's like, let's say that it's like the new consciousness has to integrate the past version from this higher perception or this higher view. I hope that makes sense. So it's like, for example, let's say that I always viewed a certain relationship where I just thought this person intentionally hurt me or something like that. But then let's say I'm kind of transitioning into a newer version of myself where I look at things deeper, where it's like maybe the truth actually is that they weren't intentionally hurting me, but there's some part of me that my inner child still feels that way. And so when I feel like they're hurting me, then I do something like push them away or like I lash out or something. And it's like, that would be the old timeline. But then it's like the new version of yourself realizes the truth, has processing and work to do. And then it's like you integrate it once you start thinking, believing, acting from that newer consciousness where it's like, okay, no, I'm not going to push this person away. I'm not going to lash out. I'm going to see the reality of the situation and I'm going to transmute it and understand it. So that was a very long-winded way of saying like, that's what this person's going through. So it's like, there's still certain things that are happening in their life that they're needing to see from a new level. And it's just going to take time for them to actually solidify into a newer version of themselves and really leave behind certain habits, ways of being, attachment style, like all this stuff, all this inner stuff that we have to, that has to move to a new timeline, essentially move to a newer version of yourself. And releasing the old self, releasing the identity, the person that identifies with different things, like identifies with being a victim or identifies with being wronged, like I'm always wronged. You know, it's like there's these different ego identities that we have, or even like ego identities around like I'm not worthy, or, you know, there's all these things that we have that we can transform through. And I just feel like this person has certain different things like that they're working on, that impact, that hold them back from being compatible with a new beginning with you. All right, can we clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please? I just have a fear I'm not recording for some reason. Now I am. Yeah, the World just popping through. Yeah, and then the Eight of Swords. It's, look at that, Judgment. Wow. Okay, so I'm just seeing like, these are just randomly coming through, but it's like the World, it's like there's a chapter or a cycle that they're needing to close. And it's like they're needing to free themselves from feeling stuck here. But it's like Judgment in reverse. It's like Judgment is also kind of the energy I was just talking about, where it's like, it's almost like Hangman is a good precursor to Judgment, because it's like it stops you in your tracks and kind of forces you to assess yourself in a different way. And Judgment is like when you kind of put it all together. And then the World is like the celebration of you understanding how you're meant to transform. And I feel like the Major Arcana really has to do with learning lessons, and going from the Fool to the World is really this ongoing cycle we're all in, where we're transforming and we're just going through all these different lessons. And in order to move on to the next chapter, the next lesson, it's like we do need to close out the cycle, which would look like successfully integrating what we've realized in Judgment and what we were brought to a halt to start seeing. Yeah, all right. So can we clarify the Seven of Pentacles for what pile number one's person would want to say? We have the Seven of Cups here in the reverse, and then we have the Magician. Okay, I feel like they would want to say that a part of like how they're transitioning is learning to become more intentional with what they are creating. Like, I feel like maybe this person is going through a lesson when it comes to like manifestation, and not even just manifestation, but it's like the Magician represents this ability to it's about manifesting, but it's also about like making things happen. And I feel like the Magician is a card of saying like it's in your power to have this outcome, but it is also something that you're going to have to take action on in order to get there. And I feel like this person is maybe realizing where they've been unfocused in their life, or how not knowing exactly what they want, or dispersing their energy too much is counterproductive to their goals. And so I feel like this person maybe is realizing that they've had a tendency to maybe be unsuccessful in certain things that they want because of, I want to say, entertaining too many options or not being focused enough. It's like there's this energy of this person realizing that they need to be focused and patient. And like the Seven of Pentacles is also this energy of being very attentive to what it is that you're trying to grow. And so I feel like it's like realizing that you have to nurture the seeds and the crops, and in order to get the outcome that you want. And so I feel like this person is realizing that they need to go through this process of slowing down. I even want to say, like, yeah. And what's interesting is I feel like maybe this person had been living their life in a way where they weren't finishing things, is kind of what I'm getting. It's almost this energy of bouncing in between different paths and not fully committing to things. Yeah, this is what I'm getting. So it's like they would say that there's sort of this energy that they've been in around, like there's maybe a difficult ending that was in their life, or like a difficult cycle or something that just has no longer been working in their life, that I feel like instead of integrating, it's like they may have been chasing sort of new situations, or kind of running from their baggage. Like I feel like this person's been running from their baggage, running from what they need to process. But I feel like they've gotten to a point where they're realizing that this coping mechanism that they've been in is causing them to not be able to manifest what they want. And I feel like maybe when it comes to you, like you could have been a catalyst for seeing this, for seeing what really needed to end in there, for realizing that they've been putting like a Band-Aid on things. Like I feel like this person has had like this wound that they've needed to process and integrate, and like honestly through processing that wound and seeing it for what it is, that would be the transformation they need to go through in order to be this the version of themselves that they've been seeking. It's like there's this life that they want. They've been wanting change in their life. They've been wanting things to be different, but they've been trying to avoid having to go to the root and really get to the root of the problem so they can fully move forward in a healthy way. Instead, I feel like this person maybe had been distracting themselves, or just not really thinking about what they're doing, not being very intentional, not being very focused, maybe even being a little bit immature. And this is all stuff that they're needing to let go of right now as well. I want to see if they'll say anything about what the Ten of Swords is about. What is it that what's this Ten of Swords energy related to, if they're willing to say? We have the Five of Swords here. I'm going to need one more. I feel like there might be conflict in this person's life, or like, what is that about though? What is the Five of Swords about here? The Devil. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's other situations in this person's life, like maybe certain behavior or just like people around them that aren't positive influences. There even could be like saboteur energy around this person. We have Capricorn here. I'm even getting this energy of like, I feel like this person maybe gets attached to situations that are like kind of toxic for them. And it might have to do with like the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. I think this has to do maybe with their, the people they surround themselves with. Like there's kind of this energy of there being a toxic vibe, like a vibe of, not really being there's like saboteur energy is what I'm getting. It's like instead of people around them really lifting them up, it's like there's almost like obvious negative energy or people that don't want to see this person succeed, but it's almost like they have an attachment to those people, and it's like they need to kind of sort out the company that they have around them. And it's like the Magician. It's almost like other people even may sometimes push this person in the wrong direction, or maybe even encourage negative behavior. But it's like this person needs to stand in their worth and be independent is what I'm getting. I just think there's unhelpful influences around. Yeah, that make this person feel more stuck, if anything. More stuck and confused and like misdirected in a way. All right, so can we please get some clarifiers for any other messages from pile number one's person? For the extended reading, I want to see what this how this person truly feels about you despite like what's going on in their life. Like, what are their deeper feelings for you? I also want to see what this person ideally wants. Like, what do they want for the connection? And then we can also look at what this person's next actions toward you might be, what you can expect next in the connection, like roughly within 3 months. And then we'll just get guidance for you on the connection, whatever spirit wants you to hear. So I'll have that link down below if you guys are interested. I'll have it in the description box. All right, so anything else about what pile number one's person will want to say to them? Yeah, we have breathe here in reverse. A lot about this person, like, needing to slow down and temper themselves in a way. We have higher power. Yeah, again, I'm really picking up, like, there's this message of them wanting to say that it's like they feel called. Like, remember how that was the first thing I was saying is like, and so I don't know if they would even, like, it kind of makes me feel like this person would say that they almost feel like the right thing to do or their higher path is calling them right now to slow down and to process things and to find like equanimity within themselves. They're being called to their higher path, though, is like what they want to tell you, that they do feel like they're doing the right thing right now. Yeah, round and round in reverse. So it's like, yeah, 100%. So with round and round in reverse, they're really saying that they're starting to see certain cycles in their life, like karmic situations, but it's like they're seeing it from a higher perspective. And also this really relates to what I was talking about with like that temperance, when you're in between two energies, where it's like maybe you're still experiencing certain karmic cycles, but it's like this time you're responding to it from a different lens. And when it's in reverse, it's this energy of maybe being frustrated that you're still kind of, you may feel like you're moving backwards sometimes or you're not getting anywhere, but it's like realizing that there's a spiral of healing that's going on, where it's like temperance is like, yes, it repeats, but it's at a higher, it's from a different perspective. And I just want to see if there's anything else. Yeah, it says the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated cycles your challenge to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. Yeah, look at this. So it says, are you refusing to see your own personal responsibility for repeating lessons you don't need to relearn? You have to surrender now to the fact you're the common denominator in these repeat performances. And yeah, and that's what I'm seeing is this person feels like they haven't been getting anywhere with the way that they've been acting, or the way that they're in the process of a complete overhaul of finally seeing like where they are creating the same events and not moving forward, not making progress. So it says, be happy, for this is a wonderful spot to be in. You can now see the cycles that you wish to exit. Once you figure out you have the power to stop going round and round, you possess the key to your freedom. Be good to yourself. It's not about blame, it's about accountability. So yeah, I think this person is saying that they are starting to see what they need to do in order to leave the past in the past and to move forward and to stop repeating the same thing, just to learn the lesson. Yeah, we have peace here. So a lot of it, I think, is about we have here and now as well. I think they're really needing to slow down and sort of find peace with themselves, peace and equanimity, temperance, with the present, you know? I think they've been running away from their present moment. Like, I don't think they've been spending a lot of time being in the moment. And I think they maybe have been chasing future things, or still being like stuck in the past. But it's like this energy of almost waking up to the present moment. And it gives me sort of like a, you know, a Zen energy. It's like this person is realizing that that's what they need to do in order to get off the merry-go-round that they've been on. And they would say they feel like they've definitely been not really getting anywhere in multiple parts of their life. Okay. So can we just get some message cards from pile number one's person before we go into the extended? What would pile number one's person want to say to them? I miss talking to you. So this person does miss you despite what, like, maybe the distance, or it's like they don't, it's not that they don't care about you. What else would they want to say? Yeah, I'm leaving a karmic connection behind. I'm learning some hard lessons. I completely agree with that. I don't understand myself right now. And then I'm afraid you'll never look at me in the same way. So there's some shame coming through. Yeah, I fear you'll never forgive me. So I think that there's like a slight level of avoidance here of like this person needing, like going through a lot, but then also just also being like kind of hard on themselves. Maybe they should be hard, but it's like they also just feel like maybe they've messed things up with you on some level. And there's also this message of like, I'm taking time to try to figure myself out and like be more self-aware. And I also feel like there's this message coming through of like, maybe when they were interacting with you, they were very much still in this sort of fast pace, less conscious version of themselves. And so it's almost like as they're starting to see these patterns in their life and they're dealing with some of their like karmic stuff, like baggage, whatever lessons they need to learn, it's actually showing them maybe more of like how they might have messed things up with you, or maybe how they may have come off to you. And I feel like there's a sense of realizing that in hindsight, if anything. All right, anything else pile number one's person want to say to them? Okay, it says, I need to hold back my true feelings for you. I cry at night. So I think this person would say that they're definitely going through like a harder time. But that, yeah, this person feels maybe that they aren't in a position to like share their feelings with you. Or they are for sure. It says, I can't talk to you right now. I wish I could understand you. It says, no one understands me but you. It also says, please do what is best for your heart at the back of the deck. So yeah, I think this person wants you to know that they really do care about you. They do feel like they aren't in a position to open up to you right now. They might feel like they don't understand themselves. And they're also feeling that they misunderstand you, or just like wish, it's almost this energy of like wishing that they like saw things more clearly, or like they don't want to mess up in a way. It's almost like they feel it's almost like they don't understand, or they don't get it, or they feel they're out of their league in some capacity. But it's like at the same time they feel this comfort with you because they do feel that you have insight into them that maybe they don't feel that they've had with other people. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling definitely from this person. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. I'm going to go in the extended. I'll link it down below for those of you that want to join me. Again, what are we going to be looking at? We're going to be looking at this person's feelings for you, their true feelings underneath, behind like what's going on with them. We're going to be looking at, we're going to be seeing what their next action toward you is going to be. We're doing one other thing, if you guys remember, and then also guidance. But anyways, if you guys found this helpful, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment. I really appreciate all of you that do that. So thank you so much. Also, if you want to see more pick a card readings from my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. It's been an honor to read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Blue Apatite, Palm Stone, and this Wandering Moon Tarot, this is going to be your reading where we're looking at what your person would say to you if they were being honest with you. So before we get into it, we will be doing an energy check-in just to see what's going on in the connection, especially from your perspective, but sometimes it comes through more objectively. So I'm just going to be seeing what's going on from your perspective with your person and the relationship, how you would describe it. And this is meant to help you feel more sure that you picked the right pile and that this reading is for you. There will be an extended reading, and I will be figuring out the topic as we go along. So if it really resonates, stay tuned for that. All right, so please tune me into pile number 2's connection that they have on their minds. How would they describe this connection? Okay, I guess I'll take that because it just popped out. So we have the Knight of Stars, which I believe in this deck is the Knight of Pentacles. How would they describe this connection? We have the Hermit in reverse, Virgo. The Knight of Moons in reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse. So Taurus energy as well. So 2 earth signs coming through. And this is the Knight of Cups in this deck. Interesting. I just want to move the cards a little bit. So I'm getting a very independent vibe from, I want to say, your person. Like it feels like this is someone who, it feels like they move very cautiously. With the Hierophant reverse, it just makes me feel like they have a strong attachment to their independence with the Hermit here as well. To such a point that it's like they almost play things safe, or to you it might appear like they really hold back, or it's like they aren't very emotionally expressive is what I'm getting. It's like they don't really let their emotions impact the actions that they take toward you, at the very least. It's like they have a specific way that they like things as well. Like this person could be particular about, I don't know, just the way that they like things to be. This could be like in their house, or just like their lifestyle, or they just seem very independent. So can we clarify the Knight of Pentacles or Knight of Stars? We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, and so really interesting. This came through in the last reading. Not the same suits, but there was 2 knights right here. And it's kind of serving somewhat of a, actually it's not the same at all, but what I'm feeling is like this person, it seems like they maybe isolate themselves a bit, or it's like it's like they just like things to be the way, like they have a comfort zone is almost how it feels, that they don't really like stepping out of. Um, and it's like they don't act on their emotion or their passion. It's like they act in a very measured way that feels almost methodical. There's even a methodical vibe coming through from this person. Like I feel like this isn't a very spontaneous person. Can we clarify the Hermit? Okay, the Ten of Cups. Interesting. Can we clarify the Knight of Cups in reverse? We have the Eight of Cups. Can we clarify the Hierophant in reverse? We have Justice in reverse. And then the Page of Stars in reverse here at the bottom of the deck. 222 on the clock as well. For some reason, I just started to feel a little bit loopy, and I don't know why. Okay. I feel like this could definitely be for some of you. This could be an ex, because we have Justice and the Hierophant in reverse. So it could be someone where like there's been a separation. For some of you, there could have been marriage. I just have to throw that out there. Yeah, because I feel like, yeah, this person, it feels like they've turned away from, it feels like they've turned away from you, or they're isolating themselves from you. And it just feels like there may have been some kind of a separation. For some people, I almost feel like this could be someone who doesn't want to get married. Like they are afraid of commitment. Like they're afraid of being locked into something. Yeah, and so what's really interesting here is like we have the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Cups here, where it's like I almost feel like this is the kind of person who would have something that makes them really happy, or there could be a lot of potential in a relationship, for like shared happiness, but it's almost like they like reserving the freedom to to walk away or to do what they want, almost like with the Eight of Cups. It's like they almost have a fear, I want to say, of being locked in. And it's almost this energy as well of like being a little bit unrealistic sometimes, oddly enough. Because I was at first getting that this person is in the Knight of Pentacles energy, but what I'm getting is like, this is it. It's like they might feel a lot of passion or emotional happiness in a situation, but it's like they push that away. Like they they like their solitude. It's like this fear of partnership, this fear of commitment, this fear of shared, like a contract. It's like they don't want to have a contract. And so it's like on one end, it's like they're reserving the ability to do whatever they want. So like it's almost like on one hand they actually want to be able to, on a whim, take action towards something that excites them, or and it's like they almost have this fear of a relationship holding them back from doing something like that. But then what's confusing or paradoxical is like in some way they're sabotaging, because let's say that there is a relationship where maybe commitment actually would make them happy, and that is what they're feeling drawn to. It's almost like they feel the need to push that away. They might even think that it's like this person could even have views of love, or seeing it as unrealistic. Like it's like an anti-romantic, or like someone that doesn't like the idea of like being a hopeless romantic, or like I'm seeing like anti-Valentine's Day sort of vibe, or just someone that they just don't see themselves as like a lover. Or it's like eventually we're just going to have to walk away. Like, you know, or it might be like this person feels like sometimes you can feel, they almost feel like it's momentary. It's like they might feel like love towards someone and might feel passion, but it's like they feel almost like ultimately it's not going to work out, or ultimately they're going to have to walk away, or, you know, it's like it's not going to be forever. So what's coming through a lot is this person's views of love and relationships. And maybe they think that they're being practical. It's like they think that they're being practical by pushing love away. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for a lot of the people. Yeah, 10 of Wands here in the Moon. It's like they're afraid of the baggage or the burden of a relationship, and maybe the pain. Maybe they still haven't moved on from something from their past. They haven't healed from something. Can we clarify the Knight of Pentacles? Yeah, the Nine of Stars. There's the hyper independence that they have. Like this is totally that vibe of like the Nine of Pentacles, where someone can be like, I don't need anything else besides my life. Like there's hyper independence here, 100%. Yeah, the Fool in reverse. Like they almost see it as foolish to, with the Page of Cups underneath. It's like, yeah, they think it's, they almost view love in like it's a foolish thing. Like, yeah, I don't know. So hopefully that helps you understand who this person is. It's like coming through a little bit critical as well, almost just like there's a realisticness, I want to say, this person tries to have. Like, it's like this energy of like, I don't believe in love, or I don't believe in marriage. Okay, so what would this person want to, what would they say to pile number 2 if they were being completely honest? Very interesting vibe here. It's like, I'm happy doing things my own way, and it's like I don't think that you need another person for happiness. And it's like, even if someone does make me happy though, it's like I'm so kind of rigid and stuck in that view. Like I have an ego identity of almost being independent or single even. So even if I do feel happy and do have feelings for someone, it's like my ego can get in the way of that. Okay, what would this person say to pile number 2 if they were completely honest? Okay, Knight of Wands in reverse. 8 of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups in reverse. The Magician. Can we clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse? The Hangman. Pisces coming through. Can we clarify the 8 of Stars? King of Stars, yeah. Career is coming through. It's like this person would want to say that like they're in this phase of their life right now where they're really focusing on like manifesting something specific. It's like they want to say that they feel like until they mastered something, or until they've reached some kind of level of security or status, or it's like this is the main thing that they care about, is like what they would say. Is like there's something specific that they want to manifest. Okay, can we clarify the 9 of Cups in reverse, please? Why is the 9 of Cups here in reverse? We have the Empress here in reverse. Can we clarify the Magician? We have Justice. And then we have the Devil here in the reverse. Okay. Capricorn energy coming through. Libra coming through as well. So yeah, with the Empress here in reverse and the 9 of Cups in reverse, it's like they'd want to say, that like, this is like, I don't know, this energy is kind of like, I'm not really loving having to channel it, but it's okay. Like, hopefully it resonates with you guys. It's almost like they'd want to say, to hold back, because like if you put your energy into this person, it's like it's almost this energy of them saying, I'm not what you want, like I'm not going to give you what you want, I don't think that I'm able to fulfill what it is that you want. I feel like they would want to say, I don't know, it's almost this energy of like if you try to chase me, I don't think you're going to end up with the result you want, because it's a bold move coming from this person, but it's almost this energy of them saying like, don't waste your energy on me. Like there isn't going to be victory. Like there isn't success here. The devil in reverse, it's almost like this person is saying like, release any attachment that you have to me around manifesting like marriage or commitment here or a partnership. It's like, I'm not focused on partnership at all. And so it's like, don't get attached to that. Like, don't get it. Like, it's like they would be clear about what it is that they're prioritizing, and they're prioritizing work. Can we clarify the Magician? The Wanderer. See, this is a yeah, we have the Star here in reverse. I just need to look really quick at this. This is an extra card in this deck. Yeah, so this is a really interesting energy, because it's like this person, it's like they want to push you away is how it feels. It's like what they want to say to you is like, all you're trying to manifest is like I'm not the person you want. I am not a partner that's going to make you feel valued. Like you're not going to be happy with me. Is like, this is like, I don't know why this person wants to say this, but they do. It's like they want you to see them from a different perspective. It's like, it's almost like they want to say, I don't think you're seeing me clearly and the potential for the connection clearly. Because with the Star in reverse here, it's like holding on to this hope with the Lovers. Yeah. Like holding on to this dream. It's like they're saying that like your dream or fantasy of them is not in touch with what's actually would probably happen in reality. Like there's a hyper realistic energy here where it's like, this is not the kind of person at all that like gets delulu. Like this person is like the opposite of delulu, and they're almost saying like, don't get delulu over me, because I'm super like not that way, and I think you're just going to end up feeling unappreciated and unhappy. Like this isn't what you want. You know, you think you want to manifest this, but like this isn't, I'm this, and I feel like this person's saying like, this is their energy, the Wanderer in reverse. So it says, feeling separate from your spirit, unappreciative, ungrateful, not grounded, feeling disconnected, loneliness, isolation, duality of the self. And I don't know why they'd be saying that, but it's almost this energy of like, but I was picking up on that isolation energy, that energy of like they're not open is how it feels. They're not optimistic. This is a very pessimistic energy, very realistic, very pessimistic. And it's almost this energy of them seeing you and like seeing that like you are a dreamer in some way. Like you're a wanderer, you're a dreamer, like you're connected to your spirit. And it's like they don't believe that anything is possible. Like they don't believe that, you know, they don't want you to manifest something that's not going to make you happy, I guess. Or it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like that's kind of what I'm getting. And it's like with the Empress in reverse, there's a clear message here of this person saying like, I don't think I can make you happy. Like, I don't think I bring to the table what you want. And it's almost like they're saying to like hold back, almost like to reassess with the hangman here. They're like reassess, and it's Pisces energy as well. And so there's just this energy here of this person almost like saying like there could be some like Neptunian sort of an energy. It's like they feel like it's like they're saying, don't make me out to be a fantasy that I'm not. Yeah, Three of Wands in reverse. It's like you would be disappointed. Like this isn't what you think almost. Like, can we clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse? Yeah, we have the Tower in reverse. It's like, it's almost this energy of like them saying, like they clearly feel that you have like that there's a tower moment in the making, like because who you see this person or what you see, this is just from their idea is like they're almost like prevent a tower moment for yourself and like stop while you can, like, you know, reevaluate things while you can before this turns into like a tower moment. And I feel like they'd want to say, like, this is me trying to be fair to you as well. Like, this is like I'm just being, it's like they'd say, I'm just trying to be really honest and realistic. And I just want to set your expectations up correctly. Can we clarify justice? Okay, the full moon in reverse, another extra card. I'm just going to get the page really quick. So this full moon in reverse has a similar vibe to this wanderer card, and I'm not exactly sure what your person is trying to say, so I'm going to clarify it. But it says, ignoring the inevitable, going with the motions, being on autopilot, not allowing yourself to shine, not having faith in yourself, disconnected from your guides, unsure about your place in the world. Like, it's almost like I'm hope I'm getting this correctly, but it's almost like they're saying, like you're not going to end up happy in this situation. And it's almost like they want to recall attention to yourself and your own path and what you want in life. Can we clarify, what are they trying to say by the full moon and the wanderer in reverse? Ace of Swords. It's like they just, it's like they want to give you clarity. They want you to see things clearly is how it feels. And not ignore the truth or not ignore the inevitable. It's like they don't want you to be in this confused energy of feeling misplaced or feeling like maybe even rejected or just feeling, it's this energy of almost this person saying like, I am not your place in the world or something. It's like, you need to find your identity and your, what makes you truly happy and what's right for you. And like, I am not going to, the relationship with me isn't going to bring that. And I feel like this is also a reflection of like their beliefs. It's almost this energy coming through from this person of being like, not feel like being very against the energy of a relationship being your identity or a relationship being where you get your sense of worth from. It's almost like they're trying to say to, it's almost like they would want to say to believe in yourself and to realize your worth. It's coming through more positively where it's like they don't want you to put your worth and your hopes and dreams onto them and like the relationship. It's like they are saying, don't get attached to me like that. Like, don't, like, it's almost like they'd want to point out that they feel like your attachment to them is a deeper situation for you. Like it's covering up maybe some deeper inner exploration around your own self-worth and your own power and like what you want to create is what I want to say. And it's like through your own actions. It's almost like this person is like, it's like they're saying, there's like a wake-up call sort of an energy, and also this energy of like, don't put the fate of this in my hands. It's almost like it's through, because justice is all about the actions you take create your reality. And so it's, this person's very realistic. So it's almost like this person saying like, don't wait on fate or wait on the universe. It's like, know what you want and go after that and take action towards that, instead of waiting for life to happen or being in a passive state. But then why do we have the Hangman here? It's like they're saying reassess what you're putting your energy into. Can we get one more Can we just get one more clarifier for Justice and the Magician for what they're trying to say? The Five of Swords. This is too many. Why do we have the Five of Swords? This is coming through like such a like tough love message, and like a message of almost like this person saying like, it's coming through like, if you like, you have to make your own luck in the world, is almost like what they're trying to say. Like not everyone is gonna be kind to you. Like you have to have like your, what's the word for this? It's like they're saying, I don't know if this person's older than you or something, but it's almost like they're seeing you like this Page of Cups, and it's like they're almost worried about you in the sense of you needing to learn to defend yourself or fight for yourself. Almost like, it's almost like this person saying like, this is a dog eat dog world and your life is what you make of it. Don't wait for someone to come and show you your worth or make you happy. It's like you have to create your own happiness. But like, I don't know why this person's coming through like this. Why are they saying this? With the Nine of Swords. I don't know if you look to this person for comfort or something. Like, I don't know if you talk to this person and like maybe you're struggling in your life in some way, or like you talk about your fears, but then we have the Nine of Stars here. And so it's almost like this person is pushing you to be more independent. And it's like they're almost, it's like this person maybe feels like you're looking to the relationship, it's in a more codependent way. And it's like they're almost trying to push you to solve your problems. Like they don't want to rescue you. It's almost this energy of like, don't wait for someone to rescue you. I'm not going to rescue you. You have to find this self-worth and this independence and this identity. It's like they're almost pushing you to solidify your place in the world and not look for your place in the world through other people and relationships. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. Like, it's almost like they're encouraging you to step into your power though. So it's like, even though this is a harder message, it's like this person does have the good intention of like maybe seeing where you have some work to do. And like, although I think this person's hyper independent, that might be something that they're able to teach you, is having like your own vision. Yeah, we have the King of Wands here. It's like having your own momentum, having your own purpose. It's like they want you to have your purpose and not be pushed around this way or that way or look to other people for guidance. It's like they're almost encouraging you to find your own inner compass and find your own like your purpose and who you are, and like standing by that and almost not caring what other people think. It's like they'd want to encourage you to step into that energy. And like, if you're not happy, it's almost this energy of like, if you're not happy with things, it's up to you to change it, is what they want to say. It's like maybe it's like they perceive almost that there might be this cycle in your life where maybe you're unhappy with something, and then maybe you feel like it's because you're not worthy, and it's almost like this person, or then you get like down on yourself in some way. It's like this person saying that not something that's out of your control. It's like you have the power to change things. You have the power to improve your life. And it's not something that's just inherently wrong with you. And it's like they're and like, I want to say this in the nicest way, because I know this is like a word that's just people use a lot, but it's like sometimes when we get into like victim mentality, we cannot sense our power in the world. And we can also give our power away because we don't want to be responsible for ourselves. And so it's almost like this person is pushing you to stand in your power and to be responsible for yourself, and to not try to find a person to rescue you. It's like they're like saying that you have to work your way to stability. Like this is something that they did, and it's like they want to give you a new perspective on it. Okay, so I'm going to get some oracle cards just to clarify this message. And like there is this message here of like this person almost saying like not waiting for life to happen to you, or not just letting life happen to you. And it's almost this energy of like this person wanting to encourage you to take some kind of an action even. And it's giving me like with the Tower card with the full moon in reverse, it's like it's almost like this person is inviting you to maybe see the situation more clearly, or see something in your life more clearly, and so you can see what action you need to take before like the universe just does it for you, is kind of what I'm getting. Because what's coming through is that message around like the Tower, where it's like the Tower is preventable as long as you kind of wake up to what isn't working, or like what shift the universe is kind of encouraging you to make. But if you ignore your guidance and ignore sort of what isn't working in your life, then the universe will come in with a Tower moment. And then it's like, then maybe it creates this cycle of feeling like life is sort of screwing you over. But it's almost like this person saying that it's in our hands, the outcomes of our life, depending on the actions we take or don't take. And it's like releasing codependency or releasing attachment. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Or can we clarify this message, please, for what pile number 2's person want to say to them if they're completely honest? All right. We have orphaned. We have a leg up here in reverse. We have chopped wood in reverse. We have Y in reverse, and then observer. Yeah. So I feel like this person would say, there's this energy of encouraging you to not be reliant on other people. Number one, for your self-worth. But it's also this energy of like them saying like not everyone's going to appreciate you. Like not everyone is going to get you. And so you have to get you. And sometimes you have to do it on your own. Like sometimes people aren't going to support you. And sometimes you just have to put one foot in front of the other. And it's so this person is encouraging you to just do the hard thing. Like just to take one step at a time towards your goals almost. It's like they want to encourage you to do that. But also with Y here, this person is encouraging you to do like soul searching around what it is that you really want and asking yourself why you want something. And so it's like knowing your intention behind things better. So it's like, I'll just read you the Y in reverse. It says, sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you toward a specific outcome that actually aligns you with it in intention hidden from your awareness. For example, you want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talents, but about making yourself feel better because fame would cause people to admire and approve of you. Or you may want to reunite with a partner who rejected you because you believe that your love continues to be strong, but deep down, what you really desire is to have the last word with that person. Now is the time for deep soul searching of the why that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you closer to the happiness you seek. So yeah, this person is really asking you to do some soul searching. and to get like a little bit of space from your situation to be able to see things from a higher perspective. And I feel like this has to do with being more, it's like this person would encourage you to be true to yourself, and to see anything that is false in your life, like with the Y card. It's like anything that isn't really standing in truth. Where it's like, for example, let's say, this is just an example, is like, let's say that we've really been trying to fit in a like fashion culture, like where it's like we're trying to work in the fashion industry. But our reason for doing that is like we feel like it will make us seem cool or something, or we see that crowd as cool and like we just want to fit into it. But deep down, we don't really like fashion that much, or the people around us, like, we don't really make us happy. But like there's this part of us that is like telling us, no, this is what I want. But it's coming from like an insecurity, or it's not true to ourselves. It's not authentic. And so it's like this person is asking you to be authentic with yourself about why you're doing what you do. And with chop wood in reverse, it's almost like I feel like this is a card that talks about asking yourself what it is that you really want to put your energy into. Yeah, so it says, are you an armchair astronaut? Do you dream of wealth and fame, big ideas, inventions, or desires with a capital D? The appearance of this card is a sign you might be devoting too much time to dreaming and talking about your dreams. You have to actually get out of the chair and make things happen. You have to do something. Start with a small task. Yeah, so I'm getting, that's what this person's trying to say, is like, your results are going to be from your actions that you take. It's like you have to take action towards what you want, but you really need to make sure that what you're taking action towards is something that is really in alignment with you and authentic to you. Yeah, and it's like, it says, remember that the big dream becomes reality only after you've begun to take incremental steps. And that's what the Eight of Pentacles is about too. And so I guess at first I thought this reading was kind of like this person saying that a relation, it could be both. So like some people, this could be someone that you're interested in romantically, and they just have a perspective that's very, very, very independent. And so they're kind of pushing that away, maybe showing you where maybe it isn't actually what you want. For some of you, like, this could just be a friend or like an advisor that's like, is this really what you want? Like, you could be going to this person for advice and being like, I'm not really happy with what I'm doing, or like, but I just don't get why like things aren't working out for me. And then this person is trying to tell you to let go of an attachment to something that isn't serving you. Like, it could go either way. It's like they're trying to give you a new perspective nonetheless. And for some of you, it could be, if it's a romantic situation, it's like this person's encouraging you to not convince yourself that this relationship is what's going to make you happy, when maybe there's something else that you really want. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm picking up on. So yeah, for the extended reading, what do I want to look at? I definitely want to get you guys like a lot of guidance on like whatever you need to hear, maybe about this situation, either this situation or whatever situation it is. So for some of you, if it's about the relationship, it is, but maybe you guys are talking to someone about another situation. I just want to get you guidance on that situation for sure. For those of you that are curious about how this person feels about you, I'm going to look at how they feel about you. I also want to see how they view you. So that might be more relevant for some people than others, but I definitely want to spend a good amount of time getting guidance for you guys on whatever you need to hear, whatever is in your highest good, anything that maybe you're not seeing clearly right now. So yeah, I'll have the link to that in the description box. And if you guys found this helpful, thank you so much for being here. If you're able to hit the like button or leave a comment, I really appreciate every single person that does that. And if you want to see more pick a card readings from my channel, I'd love for you to subscribe. Other than that, I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and it's been an honor to read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon.
Hello, pal number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Fantome Tarot and this Amazonite raw crystal, then this is going to be your reading where we're looking at what your person would say to you if they were being completely honest with you.
So we're going to start off with an energy check-in just to see what's going on in this connection, what your perception is of this person, this connection. And that's really just meant to help you guys feel more confident that this is your reading. So please tune me in to pile number 3's connection that they have on their minds. Also, there will be an extended reading for those of you that it really does resonate for and you want to go deeper into it. I'll be figuring out the topic as we go along, so stay tuned for that. All right, so for pile number 3, please tune me into their perception of this connection and this person, or any other information that will help pile number 3. All right, we have the Hierophant, so we have Taurus energy coming through. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay. Can we clarify the Hierophant? We have the Empress. Heavy hitting energies coming through. Can we clarify the Page of Pentacles, please? We have the Two of Wands. We have, or can we clarify the Knight of Cups? We have the King of Cups. Who are all these people? We'll see in a second, but I'm seeing a progression here where it's like, I'm hearing the song I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan. So I'll see what that is about. Can we clarify the King of Pentacles? All right, we have the Page of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Four of Cups, and we also have the Six of Cups. Okay. I'm just going to put a jacket on. But interesting energy coming through. So I feel like there's this energy rooting this reading, and it feels like it's this Empress and sort of the value that the Empress holds along with her standards and what she expects in a relationship. If a lot of you guys probably are this Empress energy, because I'm picking up on 2 energies. One is the Empress energy, and the other feels like someone who has potential or is still developing, is maybe less evolved or less mature than the Empress. For some of you, you might have multiple options in love right now, or you're maybe trying to make a decision about which person you see as commitment material, or someone that you would see a long-term relationship with. Someone who meets your standards. Like, I feel like you're looking for someone who meets your standards. But it's like with this Page of Wands in reverse here, it's like, oh, now I'm hearing like No Scrubs. and that song is all about just saying, like, you know, a scrub can't get no love from me. Saying that they don't really have like their life together. Like they don't have their ambition and direction in life. And I feel like this is this energy here of the Empress not wanting to reject anything that isn't up to her standard. Interesting. And I feel like there's this energy of the Empress wanting like a genuine soulmate connection here. Wanting to make sure that if they are going to invest in something, that it is something that can definitely grow. Someone who is willing to work. All right, I just want to see. It also could be that this, just for some of you, maybe this is someone from your past that is returning, or you're trying to assess whether or not this person is more mature or if they've evolved or not. Or if they're maybe still in this sort of like Page of Wands in reverse energy of not really having direction, not being super mature or established. For some of you, that could be the situation, but it doesn't have to be. But I'm just picking that up. So, okay. Why do we have so many court cards? All right, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Three of Wands in reverse. There's almost a feeling here of like someone not wanting another person to move on from them. Because I feel like maybe there's already, like, I feel like there could be one energy in this reading of someone that's more from the past, or there's already an established connection on some level. And I feel like this Empress is sort of making a judgment call on whether or not to kind of leave someone out in the cold. Like, I feel like there might be people that feel left out in the cold, or people that weren't chosen. I feel like there might just be people around you. Like, I don't know if this is, we'll see who comes through in like the reading for what they would want, what they would say to you if they were honest. But what's coming through is an energy of someone where things didn't progress with you, or maybe you walked away, or there's this potential that you might walk away. It's like someone who didn't meet your standards in some way. Okay, so what else about that though? Can you tell me anything else about this? Two of Swords, yeah. There might be a decision that you're making, like you don't know whether to reject someone, or you don't know which person to choose here. What else? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's like Six of Wands. It's like there's just this energy here of like you wanting to be prioritized and appreciated and given like the sort of recognition that you deserve. And it's like maybe you don't know who's better, or you don't know if this specific person that you have on your mind would make you feel secure in a relationship, or if they have that potential. Or maybe you don't know if there isn't history already here. It could be that you're just trying to preemptively, like at the Two of Wands, before you take action. It's like you're trying to see the potential for the growth, and it's like you don't want to be in a situation where you end up just having to go through loss and having to walk away from something. It's like you want to be decisive, or you want to be, you're discerning is how it feels. You're discerning whether or not someone has like real potential here is what I'm feeling. Like, and it's this energy of like having their life together and prioritizing you. Okay, is there anything else that's going to help pile number 3 know if this is their reading? Seven of Swords. Four of Swords. Okay, so you could be healing from maybe some deceptive behavior. Anything else that's going to help them know? Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I just feel like overall with the High Priestess here, it's like there's just this energy of you really looking out for any kind of person that maybe isn't a really solid, reliable person who's going to put the work in step by step, like not taking shortcuts. Or it's like you want to make sure that you don't get swept up into some person that maybe makes things look really good, but they have some kind of strategy, or they're not just playing by the book. It's like you want someone to play by the book, play by the rules, follow things step by step, maybe even more traditional. Like you want someone that is really going to put the work in step by step. And it's like in your intuition, you want to listen to your intuition and try to make sure that you're not missing anything or like any red flags here. For some of you, maybe you've already been experiencing that in your past, or this is maybe a person. I feel like for some of you, you might be comparing a certain person to other people that you've experienced and kind of trying to figure them out through that. But yeah, I think you're trying to figure this person, a certain person out, trying to figure out if they're genuine. You're trying to take your time and move slowly and make sure that what you do put your time into, like it doesn't need to be quick, but you do want like certainty and progress that's going to build a solid foundation is how it feels. And it could be like someone is sort of with that Knight of Cups energy, wanting, like making moves on you or something, or like, and it's almost like you're trying to figure out like who they are as a person is how it feels. So let's see. We're ideally going to be just tuning into one person. I don't know if there's multiple people on your mind, past and present, but hopefully we're going to tune into the main current of the person you want to hear from the most. So can we please tune into pile number 3 and the person that they want an honest message from? Like, and I feel like a lot of you just want to hear like the honest truth from this person, or you want to know if what they're saying to you is the truth. So what is the truth? What would pile number 3's person say? If they're being completely honest, what would they say? We have the Page of Swords. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Devil. All right, I shouldn't have to cover that, but I just will in case. Capricorn coming through. For a lot of you, I really am getting the message that this could be someone from your past that maybe had more like toxic behaviors or attachments. It's like they'd want to say that they've been learning from that, or they have been observing like their familiar patterns. They're becoming more aware of it. But that's just for those of you that this is a returning person. What would pile number 3's person say to them if they were completely honest? It's like they would admit to maybe in the past, you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's like Knight of Wands. I don't know if you knew this person in the past, they would want to admit that they are aware that they did have toxic traits in the past. Like they are aware of that may have caused them to lose an opportunity with you, or it's like they weren't a solid option, or it's like they dropped the ball with you and maybe they prioritized other things like short-term gratification rather than this Ace of Pentacles. But it's like someone who's trying to say that they've matured from the last time, or like they understand, they would say that they've been doing learning about why it is that maybe they sabotage things or why they missed the opportunity with you. And if this is someone that you don't have a past with, I feel like they'd want to say that maybe in their past, separate from you, they did have some negative behavior in relationships, or maybe even addictions or just negative habits that maybe made them unreliable. But they're saying that they're realizing how that's impacted their life and how they've missed opportunities because of that. And they would say that they've like learned from their past and that they don't feel like they're that same person. Can we clarify the Page of Swords? We have the Nine of Wands. Can we clarify the Six of Cups? We have the Eight of Cups. What else would pile number? Yeah, there's just a message coming through of like, I feel like for a lot of you, you did have a past with this person, because I feel like if anything, they're really talking about a situation from the past where you walked away. And it's like they're saying that they understand why you maybe were defensive towards them, or why you felt the need to reject them. Like they see that that was you, that you had a reason to have your guard up. Yeah, but let's keep going, see if anything else comes through. Can we clarify the devil? What would they want to say about the devil? You're the Two of Cups and the Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I really feel like this person would say that they let something come in between the relationship with you, or if you don't have a past with this person, they have another situation where this happened. Like that I would just interpret it that way. So if this is someone that you're newly sort of talking to and you don't have a history with them, but maybe you don't know about their past, or like you're kind of curious about their relationship past, or maybe they told you certain things that like maybe are a little bit concerning. Like, for example, like, you know, my past relationship was ruined because like I cheated, or my past relationship was ruined because I couldn't stop drinking or something like that. Like, I feel like it'd be a situation like that. But either way, it's like this person is expressing remorse for like guilt and regret. Like they have a lot of guilt and regret for not honoring relationships that are important to them. And if this is a relationship that you walked away from because of this person's maybe bad behavior, it's like they really grieve that. They'd want you to know that they really are sad about that, and they understand, or they've learned since that time period. Can we clarify the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, we have the Empress in reverse. And then we have the Nine of Cups here. Yeah, with the Empress in reverse here, it's like they're saying that they didn't honor you, and they didn't meet you at your worth. And they again, it's just that energy of them saying that they dropped the ball with you, and that this is a connection that I'm just going to say for the group where it's like you do have a past with this person, it's like they would want to say that they really didn't honor the relationship with you, and that you really were such a beautiful person in their life, and it's like they took you for granted. And it's something that haunts them. Is like they would say that it's something that they haven't like forgotten, or they see the error of their ways. And it's like the Empress in reverse. It's like they didn't give you what you deserved, is what they would say. They would say that you deserved a lot more. You deserve better. I feel like this person would also want to say maybe that they were like selfish in the past. I want to clarify the Nine of Cups though. Can we clarify the Nine of Cups for what they'd want to say? We have Temperance. Okay, so I feel like they would want to say that like they're in a much better place in their life now. Like maybe they'd want to say that like a big part of maybe why they like sabotaged this is like they were very unhappy with themselves, and like they weren't personally fulfilled. But they'd want to tell you that now it's like the Seven of Swords in reverse, Queen of Swords. It's like they, especially if you guys have called this person out before, it's almost like they've been seeing where they were lying to themselves in the past. And I almost feel like they just want to say that they've done a lot of work to become a happier person and to have more self-love, and to be happy with themselves, so they're not always chasing these highs or in this devil energy. Like I almost feel like they would say the reason why I was in that was because I really like didn't love myself, or like I was just so unhappy and I wasn't like in my worth. I wasn't confident in myself. It's like the Nine of Cups can just be this individual card of like where you're at your best. It's like the Nine of Cups is an energy of where you're feeling successful, you're feeling fulfilled, like you're happy with yourself. And so it's almost like that energy of like if you're not happy with yourself, you don't have love for yourself, how can you make another person happy, or how can you bring love to someone else, is like what they'd want to say. But they would say that they feel like they have integrated more knowledge, and like they've brought more balance into their life and more peace and like acceptance, and just not being in sort of an energy of chasing happiness or chasing highs, especially if they did that in the past. It's like they would say that they've done a lot of healing toward whatever was making them act in a way like the devil energy, like using vices or bad bad habits or being attached to things that got in the way of genuine things in their life. It's like, yeah, it's like they neglected those things. Yeah, and I feel like they would also acknowledge that they put you through a lot. Like they would say that they're sorry for what they put you through, and pushing you to be in a defensive stance towards them. I feel like they would also say if they could go back in time, they would do things differently. I also feel like they would say that now that they've gotten more balance in their life, it's like they're more sure of what it is that they want. And like maybe in the past, they sabotaged things because they didn't realize what it is that they really wanted, or they might have been in the Seven of Cups energy is how it feels, where like they're kind of chasing all these different shiny objects and not really focused on what it is that will truly make them happy. It's like they didn't have that self-discovery at the time that you guys connected in the past. All in all, if this isn't someone you know from your past, I feel like they would want to tell you this story from their past then and say that they know what kind of relationship they do want, or they might say that they lost someone from their past because of someone really important to them. And like, they're like, I never want to make that mistake again. I've really learned from it. I've learned to like know what I want and to put my energy into that and to prioritize that rather than distractions or distracting myself and almost like neglecting the other person. I also feel with the Empress in reverse, this is again just referring to this energy of maybe them saying that they didn't feel worthy of you, and that like they really weren't taking care of themselves. I feel like it's something that they would say with the Empress in reverse, that they have needed to take care of themselves for a long time, and that's something that they've been doing. Can we clarify the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, we have the Two of Wands here, and so I feel like this person is saying that like they want to move away from this kind of an energy, and it's like they want to better themselves. They want to improve. They want to push themselves to be more proactive and leave sort of this energy in the past of not committing to things or missing opportunities, not moving forward. Not showing you like how they saw you, not showing you how they cared as well. Okay, let's get some oracle cards and then we'll get overall, though, this is a person who would want to say that they have a lot of regrets from their past and that they feel that they've learned from them and that they see like how they've sabotaged situations and why things didn't work out or why other people have pushed them away. It's almost this energy of like being sort of a liability or being a hazard, being immature, and it's like people having to just distance themselves from them because of like not wanting chaos in their life. And it's like not wanting other, like this person I feel like could have like brought chaos into other people's life or like been unreliable. Yeah, we have a change in the wind. What would pile number 3's person want to say to them if they're being completely honest? We have Y in reverse. Yeah, so it's like they're realizing they'd want to say that they've been doing soul searching to understand what drives them and why they do the things that they do. And I feel like in the past, they may have been out of touch with themselves, number one, out of touch with what they're doing and why they're doing it, with their purpose, with their intention. It's like they're saying that they weren't intentional with things. And it's like they've done discovery to learn more about themselves and their motives so that they can shift that. And they would say there was like sort of an unconsciousness when it came to their intentionality in the past and like what they were trying to achieve. And they've really questioned why they've done the things that they've done. Yeah, we have higher power. So this person would want to say that they have been changing for the better. Yeah, literally changing the wind coming through again. It's like they would say that they've like found their sort of turning point, and like they've seen how they've acted in ways that was out of alignment with their higher self, and how they were coming from this devil energy, or this like lower sort of out of touch with their spirit and what's in the highest good for themselves even. This person might even want to say that they've had some kind of like an awakening as well. Like this is kind of giving a little bit like I found Jesus, or because it's really giving one of those stories. Like it doesn't have to be Jesus, but it's like they found something, because it's reminding me of like how sometimes when people get to a really dark place in their life, like maybe through addiction or just like a lot of things are crumbling in their life, like that's kind of when they maybe turn to Christ, or turn to different methods of like maybe therapy even, or just it's like a healing crisis. I feel like this person would say that they've had a healing crisis where it got so bad that they had to change their ways. What else would pile number 3's person want to say? Yeah, a change in the wind. That they're seriously making a change in the way that they're doing things in life, that they're very committed to change in their life, to doing things differently and not repeating the past, not making the same mistakes, becoming a new person. Anything else that they'd want to say? Yeah, serendipity here. So, yeah, and then with a leg up at the bottom of the deck, like I feel like this person is feeling like they're learning to be more reliable or more appreciative of other people that help them. Like I feel like this person maybe could be imbalanced in the past when it comes to, this is kind of giving someone who might like take a lot more than they give just because they're sort of not taking care of themselves in some way. But it's like they're realizing like the interdependence of things. And yeah, Treasure Island, it's like appreciating, not missing out on treasures around you because you're distracted, or you know, you're chasing something. And it's like with serendipity here, again, I'm really getting this message that they'd want to say that they feel like they have like there's been like divine intervention, or to me it's like with serendipity here, it's almost like they didn't feel like they were following their spirit or like a certain path, but they almost just feel like the universe has been leading them to change their ways, and it's like they've been trying to follow their higher self and spirit and be more connected, and move from a place of more presence and intuition. Yeah. Okay, so let's get some message cards now. I want to, for the extended reading, I want to see what this person wants for the connection with you. I want to see what their intention is, what their true intention is. I want to see what their actual actions are going to be in regards to those intentions. I also want to see where this connection's likely headed. And then I want to get you guys some guidance for the connection. So if you guys feel like this resonated and you want to go deeper into it, I'll have it linked down below. But now we're going to get some message cards here. I feel like they would also say that they really like see how people like really have been there for them or really supported them. But it's like at every step of the way, like they weren't fully grateful for that, or they didn't fully realize how much they were taking, or like how much support they were getting sometimes. And also I feel like they've put people in their life in a difficult position. It's really even giving the energy of like, especially with like the 6 of Cups here, it's like they may have isolated themselves, or it's giving me this feeling of where family even starts to have to put up boundaries with you, or it's like people that really do love you and care about you have like almost no choice but to hold a boundary with you or remove you from their life. It's like they see how they push people to that point, and it's like it's almost like they have exhausted all of their like chances with certain people, and maybe with you, and if it's someone you don't know from your past, it's almost like they would say that this is like what they've done in their past, that they've caused painful sort of situations for others. Okay, so a lot of this message is really just about taking accountability and wanting you to know that they see things more clearly and that they are wanting to change, or they are changing, or they have changed, depending. Okay, so what would pile number three's person say to pile number three? We need a heart-to-heart talk. So this person wants to talk to you, and I think they just want to have, like, they want to go deep into everything and, like, tell you what they've been going through. It says, I need to trust the way I feel. It says, I'm not ready. Please have patience with me. It says, I distance myself to avoid my feelings. It says, we're not ready for all that happened. I'm feeling the consequences of my actions for sure. It says, please give me time to open up. So there really is a message here around this person, like, asking for more patience from you. Like, it's almost this energy of them wanting to say that they're figuring things out and they're on their way to being better. But it's like, it's almost that this is telling me that this person has not fully changed yet. It's like they are, in this planning stage, or in this tentative, like, they have the intention of improving things. But I also feel that there's still this part of them that isn't fully healed. And so this Nine of Cups and Temperance could be that they really want to find healing, and they really want, like, that's what their main goal is to have balance and healing in their life, and harmony in this connection. But yeah, I think this person, like, sabotaged things, probably. I need to hold back my true feelings for you. Just cutting the deck. Okay, any other messages? This person might also say that they feel like this connection has really been a call for them to change, or to see the error of their ways. Either it's motivation to do that because they've seen how things have been messed up in the past, or it's like they've already messed things up with you in the past. And it's like, you're not the only person that's happened with. It's like, I feel like but there is this energy of you being sort of a catalyst for change in them. I feel like they'd also say that they feel very called to change things with you. All right, any other messages from pile number three's person? It says, I don't know where to start. I can't come to you now. My life is a mess right now. Okay. So this person definitely is still dealing with this devil energy. The way I've treated you is wrong. I want out. These feelings are eating me alive. And then I want to be different at the back of the deck. So yeah, I mean, I think this person does want out of... I feel like this person may actually turn to avoidance or negative coping mechanisms when they're triggered by their feelings for you. Yeah, it hurts so much. How could you ever forgive me for the mess I've made? And then drugs and alcohol. Interesting. So in these cards, I feel like it's bringing more of a tone of spirit wanting to say that this person is definitely still in the process of transforming and healing and figuring things out. I feel like they would at least say that they're learning, though, and that they want to change. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. I'm going to take it into the extended. Again, the link's down below. If you do want to join me, thank you to everyone that does support me in that way. But if you guys did find this helpful, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment, I'm super appreciative to everyone that does that. And if you want to see future pick a card readings for my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. Other than that, it's been an honor to read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon.